Hey guys, good morning. So here's that beautiful little biface I made yesterday with indirect percussion out of the Burro Creek stone. So I'm gonna pressure flake this thing and see what I can get out of it. All right. Just looking for the area that has high spots. It looks like this, and the platform's going the wrong way, so I'm gonna have to raise this platform and try to get some of this junkie off right here. I misplaced my little leather pad, man. I don't know what I did, so I'm gonna try it with just a folded glove and see if it works. Got the little ishi stick out today. I think this one's gonna be a little tougher to flake. All right, that platform is raised. See if we can fire a couple flicks across. And this is awkward without my pad. I don't know what the hell. Sometimes I drop things on the ground and then the dogs get it and go chew on it. Lost a couple antlers that way and stuff. Whoa, that instantly bent. Not bad, that cleaned it up a little bit. Okay, let's address this edge. Yeah, that got some nice flakes. It contoured that and kind of smoothed out the surface a little bit there. I'm going for a true arrowhead on this one, arrowpoint, so this I can, lose a little bit of width on it if I need to, but yeah, I really want to make this one look nice. Okay, this is crunchy and nasty up here. Let's work on that edge. And after indirect, these edges were left razor thin, like pretty darn sharp. So I'm just coming through here, thickening this edge and making it a little bit more suitable for pressure flaking, building some platforms. I'd love to get a hold of some more of this Burro Creek stone, man. Talk about nice. It's pretty tough stuff, but boy, is it good quality. There we go. That's what I was looking for, to shoot a nice flake into that. I want to try to get that off of there. Damn. Check that shit out. There we go. Okay, let's work on that tip a little bit. Clean that tip up. I got one thick high spot kind of right here, so I need to raise that edge. So much better. Still got a weird little kind of ridge thing there in the middle, but probably from this other side I can get it. There we go. Man, this stone is amazing. It can really take a lot of force, even being paper thin, you know. It's like really, really, really strong rock. There we go. That's coming along. Definitely want to do like a little corner notch style. Kind of a rounded base and then go in at the corners. Alright, so let's work on this symmetry. It's always a good thing when you can work on the symmetry of the point that needed to come off anyway and try to raise the platform to get some of this crunchy off of there. So I'm gonna do just a little bit more. Okay, now that platform's leaning the other way. That's what I wanted. Oh, that felt like it crunched. Yep, it sure did. Damn it. Okay, let's work on this base. Looks like this whole base is rounded over, so but this is the thickest side, so I gotta lose just a tiny bit of length, raise that up, and then take some flakes back up. Blam. That was a good point, good flake. I'm gonna do another point out of this stuffed abo, and man, that's gonna be a challenge because this rock is hard. I can barely get those flakes to fire even with the copper. You get this ugly area here where there's a couple little baby hinges. That's pretty smooth. Let's try an antler flake just to see how this stuff behaves. All that force and just barely took a tiny little chip, man. That's crazy. Yeah, man. You'd have to do primarily indirect, I think, with antler to be able to really do this. Those are little teeny tiny flakes. They're smooth, nice flakes, but they're not going at all. Yeah, all that force and just kind of... Charlie, it's okay, bro. And I really want to get that little hinge out of there, but am I risking making it worse? What is it, Charlie? You know what? I'm going to try to rip an indirect into that and see if I can get that corner thin, because I'm going to need to notch that thing, and it's thicker right there. And pressure, I don't feel like I'm going to be able to get that as hard as this stone is. You want a flint nap, Sashi? You want a flint nap, huh? Hi, baby. Uh-oh. You want to go inside now? You guys want to go inside? Oh, hi, Mackie. Hi, Mackie. Alright, so I want to take some flakes across into this crunchy side, but you'll notice it's fatter on this side, on the opposite side. And so I think more material needs to be removed there first. So I'm not going to do a whole lot because I don't want to lose a bunch of width on this thing, but I'm going to try to do at least a couple indirect strikes here. Fingers crossed. Perfecto. One there. Wow, that is absolutely perfect. Look how smooth that is now. And probably get one more there and then that'll be it. So fingers crossed, one more. So if I start getting into a crunchy area that's just getting too crazy, I think that's what I'm going to do, is do some pressure flaking, kind of fix the platform edge, and then hammer the indirect into that. There's another one. It didn't go, that one didn't go as good as the last one, but okay, and then one more here on the tip. On the end. Ooh, that one bit too good. But that's good, that thinned that corner out. So then when I do my notch. So man, that helped a lot there. Ooh. Now this side looks bad compared to that. So let's try to raise that edge and do the same thing. That side's really good. Okay, back to the... Damn, it's still like more on that side. I think I need one more here now. It's never ends. There we go. I can't believe I'm still doing indirect at this stage, like with this rock. It's like pretty damn durable. It's thinning it down even more. Damn, that took a big ass thing. That's crazy. It's like, do you dare do more? Those are huge flakes. There we go. Oh man, I need one more. There we go. And this thing's paper thin now. That's crazy. Ooh, I got like a little hingy thing up towards the tip there. I'll have to fix that, but that's okay. Alright, so then let's raise that edge now and see if I can get a couple and clean that up, because man, that thinned that out a lot. Probably have to run one up into this. I gotta get rid of that little thing. Now I have a little bit of a platform on that side finally. All I need is about 2 flakes in there, man, and that's gonna clean that ugly ass spot up. Let's do it. Backed out of it a little bit. Yeah, that still doesn't look right. Yeah. The platform just still wasn't leaning enough to this side. It was more like center line and then kind of a weird angle, so I know it has to be right. Much better. Now she's gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna try to run one down at an angle. And there you go. Just like that, that whole entire crunchy's gone. Look at that big old flake right there. That is awesome. And I can't believe how thin this one is. Okay, let's try to get one more. Yep, got her. So now all we have now is just base, and then up here on the tip, man. But man, I don't know if I want to give it that hard of a smack up there, and that would be tough. But I do have a high ridge right there. One more there and that base is done. It's amazing, one good smack and all that just cleans up. Pretty awesome. More of a basil thinning. One more. More. That one didn't go. There we go. That's better. Now I can do the rest with pressure flake, I think. All right, now let's decide here. That's all thinned down. It's much straighter. But man, I got this high spot, and you can really see that from the side profile. So I'm gonna have to try to get that off. That's a bummer, but it is what it is. Sorry this is taking so long, man. This is like, I haven't done this in a while, and then not with this great a stone. Lots of obsidian on indirect, and that's a whole nother ball game. You have to build extremely stout platforms. But this, man, you can fire them through with a pretty thin edge. Be nice to get one up into that thick stuff. That side's good. homies. Let's get some into that. Wish me luck, man. I don't know if any shock's the same for indirect, but let's give it a shot. One more there and that base is done. It's amazing, one good smack and all that just cleans up. Pretty awesome. More of a basil thinning. One more. More. That one didn't go. There we go. That's better. Now I can do the rest with pressure flake, I think. All right, now let's decide here. That's all thinned down. It's much straighter, but man, I got this high spot, and you can really see that from the side profile. So I'm gonna have to try to get that off. That's a bummer, but it is what it is. Just thickening that edge is all. Try to get a smacker into that. Man, I hope I'm not screwing the pooch by trying to be so perfectionist on it, but yeah, that hump's gotta go. I wouldn't be happy with that point with that hump in there, so. Let's try it. Damn, I think that actually has a shot. All right. I'm gonna do one up higher first, kind of at an angle. Almost have a plan A and a plan B to try to shoot one down, and then that's the one I want to try to avoid because it's got a little steppy right there. I don't want to add to the step, so. I added to the steppy, so. try to sneak into that from kind of below a little bit. Kind of go up at an angle. Nope, I can tell just by looking at it the platform isn't right. So I'm going to take some off the other side. Come on, stop slipping. There we go. I'm trying not to lose too much width. Oh, there we go. Now the platform has shifted. There we go. Now I think I have a shot at it. And this is some tedious stuff. There we go. It's starting to go. Get ready to get a good bite in there. There we go. She's gonna be gone. Woohoo! 90% of it. Whew, that was a relief. Hinge out. Okay, a little bit of symmetry work. For symmetry work, I need to get a more rounded nail, a copper nail, I think, because they work more like the antler where you're just taking little micro flakes off the edge. You know, I don't want little serrations out of there. I just want it to kind of even up and get smooth. And even with this one, it takes little serrations, but not as bad. I notice when I use the copper, it makes the edge a little bit more uneven. The fun never ends. I see another opportunity there. Yep, got it. Sweet. Okay, let's work on the symmetry here. Get that corner knocked up, and then it's time for the notches. Pretty good. Couple little high spots there, got them. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my steel notching tool, and then we'll do another part of the video where I try to notch this bad boy.